of flights,
football,
and anything else.
Hey, I'm Mike.
Yeah, and I'm Mike. Hey, thanks for coming back, Mike. Episode 134 on Spotify, but episode number 1 on YouTube. Now, for the loyal listeners, they're saying, "Oh, wait a second, tough guy." Episode 59 was on YouTube, but
that's true.
That was on your.
That was on my YouTube.
That was on Mike's YouTube, Destination Bourbon.
This is episode number 1.
Yes, sir. So, all of my friends are currently watching right now, and he's to the right of me. So, and you don't know, you don't even want to know what I paid him to have to be here because he's flying out to Knoxville. Knoxville. I've never been to Knoxville. Is it Knoxville as fun as Nashville, or is not? Oh, okay.
There's very few places on the planet as fun as Nashville.
Yeah, we had a riot there. Are you there all week, or when you come back?
Yeah, I come back Friday. So I'm in Knoxville Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. First 2.5 hours from Knoxville to Nashville, and then I'm there for the rest of the week.
Perfect. Well, have Nashville for me. Yeah. So I like this feature because Dave and I always try to describe the can.
Listeners, a couple followers.
Blake, Caitlin, how you doing? I don't have to describe the can.
That's
if
true.
You're watching YouTube, you can see our first tasting. Our first tasting is a collaboration between Evil Twin Brewing and what was the other one that I butchered before we started? Abomination?
Yeah, you called it Abdomen.
Yeah. So Abomination Twin Brewing is an Imperial Midnight Snack Biscotti Break. Yes. 12.5%, 0 IBUs.
Fucking names of these things. Imperial Midnight Snack Biscotti Break. Stout.
And so this is like dessert in a can. And we're both going to go out of the not a big deal glasses.
I better get a better shout here, Mike. You're right, Caitlin. Jeez. You better recognize Blake Benson. How you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining Mike on his inaugural YouTube cast. Boy, this is dark as your soul.
Well, it doesn't smell like 12%, that's for sure, though. I don't know what 12% smells like.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo. See, this is the whiskey in me. I smell everything now before I...
That's delicious. That's got the chocolate on the to start, and then on the finish you get that bourbon barrel. Now, as a bourbon drinker, you probably don't taste it as much as I do. It's subtle.
Yeah.
But you get the bourbon barrel on the close.
I'm getting chocolate and almond.
Yeah, the chocolate. Yeah, it actually tastes like Hershey's chocolate milk.
Yeah, it does a lot. There's a real almond characteristic to it.
Hopefully, my nut allergy doesn't come through, and that could possibly go viral.
You have a nut allergy?
I think I do, but
oh well. Yeah. So the doctors don't. This is typical Peters here. I'm gonna die of something.
So, but that would be funny. I mean, because what better way? I mean, that's how loyal I am on anything else. I'll die for it. If I've got to die on this spot, I mean,
it's going down
as long as it goes viral.
Yep.
Like, hey, watch this guy die drinking an almond beer.
I'll make sure it goes viral. That's the last thing I do. Hey, Blake and Caitlin, make sure tell us that you can hear us okay because we got everything set up. We just want to make sure that it's not reverbing. So I assume that you would already have told us, but
all right. So as I assume you know Blake.
Blake Benson, yeah, one of my buddies.
All right. Hi, Blake. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining.
He's as loyal as they come. Good dude.
All right.
Real good dude.
And again, apologies. Sunday, midday, during the summer. I know people are busy, this, that, and the other, but because of Mike's busy flight schedule, but hey, what the hell?
And Blake says we sound okay. We got 4 people watching.
Hey,
that's
welcome
4 more than you thought we're gonna be here.
Exactly. So hey, welcome to fun and
people that aren't of your flights, football, and anything else podcast lore. What it is on the channel all the time. A format kind of.
Yeah, excellent idea. For and I know my sister Caitlin, who's on there, she's like, oh, she's cringing, because I buckle her knees just by telling what some of the stuff we talk about. She's like, oh no, I can't. So when she drops off, you'll know I said something offensive. Be out.
Perfect.
But no, anyway, what Dave, who normally sits in with us on the Spotify. Him and I just, live around the corner from one another, and we sampled beers, whatever. And then out of the blue, I said to him, well, we should do a podcast. I mean, we're sitting here drinking beer anyway. Let's do a podcast. And like 3 days later, Dave had purchased the Yeti microphone that you see right in front of you. And because of my OCD, like I said, 134 straight weeks now, we've had content on Spotify. There was talk, Dave and I would just take a little break while he was in Africa, but I'm the type, perfect example, real life analogy. Now, sometimes I had to record it on the old VHS, but I went for like 3 years without missing a late night with David Letterman.
That sounds about right.
One time I fell asleep before the VCR program, missed it. I don't think I ever watched it again. I said, the streak's over. Fuck it, I'm done. That's what I'm. Okay, we'll have one, because then one turns into 6 weeks miss, and the next thing you know, you're don't forget the popcorn. Haven't done an episode since Christmas of 21.
Oh, geez, don't forget the popcorn. It's been out since Christmas of 21.
Actually, too. Dave and Wes did not Dave from this pod, but Dave from Flight. Don't forget the popcorn. Yeah. Excellent job.
Yeah, hey, I actually really enjoyed that podcast.
So
turned on to it by yours truly there. But,
thank you. Thank you very much. But anyway, I was hesitant bringing you back simply because the way that, but hey, I was man enough to let everybody see the thinning up top. I didn't even go with the hat. So
there's no thinning. It's just not even there.
Exactly.
I mean, we just wear the hat to keep the glare down.
Boy, you can really tell when I bend the head down on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
So hairline hasn't receded a whole lot, but up top's getting pretty thin. But hey, it's only hair.
Your mom's upset that she can't comment. Tell her all she has to do is log into YouTube.
Oh,
create a YouTube login, hit subscribe. You can comment.
I was going to say, didn't she just comment? But that was my sister did that.
Yeah,
that's a family affair. Looking for Mrs. Beasley.
Well, as long as you're not looking for Mrs. Robinson, you'll be all right.
So anyway, getting back to what we were saying, I was hesitant asking you back here. The way, the game I play at, you'll hear the sirens go off, Blake. I'm sure you've never listened to the pod, but when you hear a siren go off, there's some musical trivia coming about. And I run roughshod over Dave. And, I got a big ego. Last week on episode 133, Mike kind of curb stomped me. And so bringing you back for 134, I feel like that you are, you always read about it in the news, elderly couple allows transient into their home and you end up murdering them. So you're the transient that has murdered the old couple.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, I'm like, God, no, it might be bigger than that. Try to be bigger than that.
There's a good chance I'll murder you.
So, hey,
like, for real.
Well, but again, do it on the feed so it goes viral.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Because then they can play that at my funeral and be like, "Holy Christ, look at this!" Boy, you can see the darkness. I wish.
Why you beating me, darkness?
Through sound or video, I wish you could tell the taste, because this actually is fantastic.
What's the ABV on this? Isn't it like 12?
12.5% and no IBUs.
See, a lot of times when you get into a bourbon barrel aged beer, you get that higher ABV.
Yes.
And it's very whiskey-y, right?
Yes.
It's that really. This doesn't. I know you say you can taste it.
I taste it, because I'm not the whiskey drinker, but it's subtle though. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's very subtle. So, hey, there you go. You got Aaron Rift. Hello, guys. Welcome to YouTube.
My brother-in-law, Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
Stop calling them out as family. They're just listeners. They're just watchers.
Oh, yeah, the millions of watchers.
Yes, Aaron, the man, the myth, the legend.
And follow him on nodq.com.
There you go. See,
wrestling site.
Throwing out some shout-outs to everybody. It's a family affair. Everybody's involved in something in the Peters household.
And the other reference I was going to give, I went with the transient because I didn't think anybody would get this reference.
Like transient ales.
You were last week in the music trivia game, episode 133. You were Jerry Mitchell to My Buddy Revell.
I was. That was 100%. There's no doubt about
it. Now, do you know what movie that's from?
Yes, I do. You got to give me a second.
All right, give me. if you haven't seen the movie that Mike's thinking about, you got to. It's a dark comedy, but not too dark, and it's fantastic. I can't remember if anybody answers the question.
Oh,
but,
Gary Franchi said he was on his way to Transient Ales, but then you remember that the stream was going on. So
there we go.
I'm thinking Clerks, but
No,
it's not Clerks.
Think clock, time of day.
Clock, time of day.
Yeah.
Clockwork. Clocks.
All right. See, I knew.
Time of day is.
Well, the name of the movie is 3 o'clock.
Yeah, there.
And Buddy Revell was the badass,
Yeah.
and Cherry, beat him at the end. But
loser.
And believe it or not, we went. Liz and I last night. We're going to watch
Talk about
that.
obscure.
Very obscure.
Yeah, that's obscure as shit.
But that's how I felt last week when I had to tuck tail between my legs and run.
That's how you should have felt.
like Buddy Revell did. Jerry Mitchell knocked his ass out.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. In case you missed the movie from 1983.
But we searched it on Amazon Prime. It's available to buy for $19.99. I'm like, fuck, I'm not paying $19.99 for that. I liked it, but I'm not paying that money for that.
Gary Franchi's one of my homies too. Good dude.
Hey Gary, thanks for joining.
I missed the trivia question. Sissy says hi too, by the way.
Oh, hi, how you doing?
And she can't comment either.
Yeah.
You can't just have this be an.
Others are commenting, so it's user error on your part. So
you have to be logged in and subscribed to comment, or not necessarily subscribe. You have. You're on YouTube as a guest. If you're on your TV and you're not logged in, you can't comment without being logged in.
Perfect. There's knowledge that I didn't even know.
Yeah, it'll never just say guest unless you change your name to guest, which some people that watch do stupid shit like that. But.
So, fair enough. So, what else you got? What else have you been doing since we recorded? I released it the same date, but we recorded Thursday, June 30th.
Yeah, we've got a little over a week. I've been it's been nice actually. I think I said on the last on the podcast, I travel every week for work, and I haven't been traveling for the last 3 weeks. This is the end of it. Obviously, I fly out tonight to Knoxville, but it's been
provided
nice.
It gets through customs.
Provided, yep. Probably get rectally searched after leaving this place, but it's been nice to be at home. I've been doing a lot of yard work, catching up on a lot of things, getting some stuff set up. I actually have my 30th class reunion next Saturday. So I'm having people over to my house Friday night. So kind of trying to get some things set up. One of my buddies is in town already. Hung out with him. That sort of shit.
So my invite will be coming shortly?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I thought you already had it.
You're like, you didn't graduate, but fuck. Hey, but, I've invited you to back-to-back. Oh, hey, buddy, I
just walk up to everybody and say, I'm from the Wobble Pop Open. Yeah, I've been playing catch up ever since.
So that's a lot of insider information there. So, but yeah, so oh man. The old Wobble Pop Open at David. That's what closed Damon's ultimately.
That was it. That was the end of Damon's.
There wasn't a second Wobble Pop Open.
Oh shit! Gary Franchi was heading to Transient Ales because they have barrel aged Koopa goes fluffy, barrel aged Bowser goes bananas. So those of you that don't know, those are Nintendo references. But
I will. Caitlin would have known that. I would have. Of the two, I'll take the bananas one.
Yeah. So the fluffy is Imperial Stout aged 15 months in Weller bourbon barrels, and Bill's maple syrup barrels with roasted peanuts, vanilla, and marshmallow. The Bowser Goes Bananas is they're both 14% ABV, by the way.
This is chump change compared
exactly.
to that.
Imperial Stout aged 15 months in Weller bourbon barrels and Bliss maple syrup with Violet Sky cacao nibs and Wild Thai bananas.
Well, those sound delicious. Hey, bring some back for those.
You know what, Gary? Get the hell off this podcast and get to Transient.
Yeah, get to tasting those. Those sound delicious.
That sounds amazing.
All right, and that's the sound I was talking about. All right, so now I'm going to give you an easy one. And ironically, the only reason I thought of this is one of our viewers, who I didn't know she'd be doing at this time. But anyway, so Not your genre, but if you ever listen to the radio, I have all the confidence in the world in
Never
you.
listen to the radio.
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
That's all you're giving me?
That's all you need to know. And then I'll try to carry the melody.
Is the melody my ledge, my friend?
Yes.
Switch is Third Eye Blind Jumper.
God damn it. I fucking hate you. Fuck you.
There we go. The champ.
Caitlin, the reason I thought of that show, that song was because Caitlin was at a Third Eye Blind concert with Hockey Dads and Taking Back Sunday. And they Taking Back Sunday that was her 8-time seeing Taking Back Sunday.
So you could have actually sent me anything from Hockey Dads or Taking Back Sunday, and I wouldn't have known any of it.
I wouldn't have. Yeah, that's unfair a little.
That
bit.
is a little unfair. I got one for you though.
All right, before I get to that, just like when you went to Black Sabbath, The Wizard, I'm more like Casey's Top 40. You went to Deep Tracks on me last weekend but again, stand-up guy. Hey, if you're going to make it, like John Tapper says, I don't embrace excuses. I embrace solutions.
That's right.
And I didn't know. In fairness, I'm not sure I've ever heard The Wizard.
Well,
before.
In fairness, you heard it the day after because
Right.
you sent me a screenshot of it, so you definitely heard it.
All right, if I fucking choke here, there actually may be a David Carradine here tonight.
Cheech Artolino, good to see you, buddy. I'm glad that you are here, man. Thanks for coming by to Mike's podcast. All right, so you ready for this one?
Yes.
All right, this one should be pretty easy based off of your genre, which is 80s hair bands. That's what I'm doing for Mike, okay? Because that's his forte. Wondering if everything is all right. Mama said, "Come in, boy. Don't waste your time." I said, "I've got time." Well, he'll be here soon.
Is it? Just read them again, just like you did.
Wondering if everything is all right. Mama said, "Come in, boy. Don't waste your time." I said, "I've got time." He'll be here soon. You're getting it. You're getting it.
Everybody shut the fuck up.
Nobody else is talking.
This is pressure here. And I love actually on my GOAT list, on my fucking Spotify playlist.
You get this one easy. Is this Klein's new gig? No, I'm guest hosting for Dave, who's in Africa.
One more time.
Wondering if everything is all right. Mama said, "Come in, boy. Don't waste
Faster
time."
Pussycat.
I said,
Faster Pussycat. Oh, where were you? Where'd you go?
Daddy.
There.
Yep.
I'm gonna take it. No one's home. It's the pain.
You can figure that out.
The fucking thing would have been done. We were done. It was going to be fuck this podcast, fuck this YouTube. If I don't get that, because it was the perfect. Just like last week, you gave me Sanitarium, the Office episode. Andy Bernard and Jim's like the Kit Kat logo. He didn't say that. What's that logo? Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Chrysler car. And Jim's like, nope, don't think that's it. And that's how I was with Sanitarium. I knew the word. And that's exactly. And woo.
See,
at least I got one. And I got another little Faster Pussycat.
I love that everybody gets to witness the mania that is Michael Peters right here.
Because that was
fantastic.
As soon as you said it, I said, okay, I know that song. That's how my goal was.
And then
it was like, again, the old David Carradine effect. It was like, oh, almost there, almost there.
You know what the hard part of that was? Finding lyrics that didn't give it away.
Right.
Like, as I'm going through, I'm like, oh, he's going to get that instantly. He's going to get that instantly. He's going to get that instantly. I had to look through and find some lyrics. Cheech Artolino, actually, who's in this YouTube chat right now, he's a musician. So he does a lot of he's going to get all these songs, all that shit. So welcome, Cheech. Glad.
So, what did you say we rate this?
Oh, good rating. We're rating Imperial Night Snack Biscuit Break.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
From Evil Twin Brewery.
Collaboration with Abomination Brewing Company.
Truth.
And I need a brewer on here. I wonder what a collaboration is. Do you think they like one sends hops and they're brews.
Or maybe the two brewmasters do it in collaboration with each other. That's what I would think a true collaboration would be, right? They're tasting it together, saying, what do we put in it? I got to tell you, I like this one. And I can feel a buzz already, which is also impressive.
Courtesy of the 12.5%.
Yep, I like that. I am... Now, our rating scale is out of 5, and it's similar to the Untapped type rating scale. So, 4.3.
All right. Liked it a smidge better than I did. 4.15 before you said. On rating, 579 check-ins. So not many people have tasted this. So if you're in the bourbon barrel, try Imperial Midnight Snack with Scotty Brake because it's fantastic. 579 people, average score of 4.22 on tap. So now,
so it's basically right in between you and I.
Yes.
Yep.
Almost to a T.
To a T. Yes.
So those of you watching, Mike's probably going to carry the load here for a second because I've got to.
So the way the podcast works is that this. So he's pausing the segment and then he's getting everything set up for segment 2. But what I'll tell you, Blake Benson, if that is your real name. Yes, this is 3 times I've been on social media this week, which for 2022 is a record. Yes, but generally overall, no. I have not been streaming. I've not been involved as much as I should, but I will continue to be involved in a lot of these things. Gary Francis says, most of the time of transient ale collabs, I see them posting pictures of Brewmaster at the other brewery. Again, yep, so exactly what I said. I think that's probably accurate, is that you get that the brewer from another brewery that comes in and does all of that. More climb this week than last year. No.
He did actually go on a long hiatus because somehow I actually unsubscribed to his channel.
That is true. One of my best friends unsubscribed to my channel. That's how much he loves me, but that's okay. That more than this year, not last year, Cheech. I know what you're saying, and yes, it's fair. I've been absent, but I'm back, and you guys, you just gotta love me and be here for me, which you are, because you guys are my boys. I love you to no end. So we're 1 for 1 on each of the music, which is good because otherwise Mike might have killed himself.
I probably would have. Absolutely.
Where does the other Mike live? The other Mike lives like 20 miles from me. So Blake, you know where I live in Midland. He lives in Saginaw. So not very far away. The other Mike, if you guys remember at all, was on my stream a while ago.
I don't remember it though.
And drinking whiskey with his podcast partner, Dave. And Mike's the guy that didn't like the whiskey and passed out cold. And
well,
not till after the stream.
I was bored with you two fucking schlucks.
Oh, that's what it was.
And I had enough.
Didn't like us, and I don't blame him. I don't like us either. So fair enough. Unsubscribe because overwhelmed with content. Yes, that is exactly why. There was so much he was getting notifications over again. He was done with it. He's like, I can't. Where Mike gets or the YouTuber Mike is this up. So because as they go forward with YouTube, would you like to see him just run or kind of take a break like he's doing now and set up the segments? I know that other podcasters that do both do it both ways, so it just depends.
And actually, so now I will be ready to go for segment 2 here in a second as we get the beers out, but I have to follow Dave's notes because for 132 episodes, Dave did what I just did while I continued to drink either pod beers, non-pod beers, whatever I could find in the fridge. So, I mean, I think there were 2 episodes where I even drank rubbing alcohol.
He probably did. You know, the one thing that you did not mention, though, that we were drinking out of not as big deal glasses.
Yeah.
Is that going to fuck you up on your podcast?
No, they'll be all right. They don't. Hey, if you need to know what we're drinking out of, watch the YouTube channel.
Where's Fisher's gay ass? The guy that's in here that's going to correct everything.
Well, yeah, he'll listen on the podcast, and they'll say, "Oh, you guys did this, and that," and then I'll invite him on.
Are we live on the podcast now?
No, not yet.
All right, so he's going to have to listen here for me to call him out for being an idiot.
All right. So
fuck you, Fisher.
All right, so we're bringing our second tasting now. Yeah, the YouTubers are getting a little peek behind the curtain. So now,
as they say, what are we doing?
You're going out of the rusted spoke, and I'm going to go out of the good life.
It is a good life.
So, anyway, and 3, I'm going to start recording now. All right. Anyway, Mike, second segment. We have an Ouzel Finch, who is the king of premature opening, by the way, on Mike's part. We have an Ouzel Finch. Ouzel Finch is the king
only
of
time I'm premature today.
Ouzel Finch is the king of sours. You don't like sours, so I didn't bring any of the sours out to the table. So what we have here is Guard Dogs. Another collaboration. It's Ouzel Finch and Almanac Brewing. And this is
Almanac?
I think that's what I wrote.
ALAM. Almanac? Is it Michigan? No. Okay. Well, fuck you.
ALMANAC. Almanac. I didn't stutter. I didn't fucking stutter.
So like they're like from an almanac, like they're
yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, it's a collaboration, and this is a 8%. Oh, not bad. 8%, 25 IBUs.
God damn it, Caitlin! You can't go back to Zelda now.
Why? What's her problem? She's leaving.
Yeah, she's leaving to go play Zelda. Zelda will be there. This podcast won't. And you just do nothing but big boys for me on this, do you?
Cheers.
Cheers. It actually smells a little sour, to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's like a skunky Mickey 4-0.
Woo! Guard dog, huh?
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah. But there's no quitters on this spot, so we'll power through.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, goddamn.
That is hot trash.
And typically, like I said, I won't bash them 100% because
I will.
Ouzel Finch is the king of sours. So, but this isn't a sour though.
All right, fuck you, Dan Shook. My buddy Shook, Bourbon Junkies, is on here. How are you going to have someone on a football podcast wearing a Lions shirt? Clarify he doesn't know anything. Really.
Well, and
this is what we're doing.
But I'm a Bear fan, so I don't know if that's better or worse, really. So,
welcome, Dan Shook, and thank you for
coming by. Dan. Thanks for stopping by.
Guys, check out Bourbon Junkies podcast or YouTube channel. It's a small little channel. They only have like 100,000 subs. I mean,
and actually, it's funny. It's funny he mentions Bourbon Junkies because when he was setting up my account,
fuck this guy.
He was setting up my account. He's like, "Well, wait a second. You're subscribed to Bourbon Junkies, but you're not subscribed to my channel." I'm like, I don't know what happened. I'm just because I thought it was odd that I didn't get any more notifications, but apparently some of your friends says it's due to lack of content. But I always get the Bourbon Junkie shit over and over.
So yeah, he's like, "Oh yeah, the Bourbon Junkies, they're great." I'm like, "Oh fuck you, the Bourbon. I thought we were boys. I haven't known you what? How? Let's see.
I've known you 28 years. I've
known you over 20 years. So.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been friends for, I'd say a solid 20. I'm 47. Yes. And you're 55. And you've been at Coke. So you were at 28 years.
This May. So.
And I was
94. I started.
I was 21 when I started at Coke.
All right, so simple math, 23. You're 47?
47.
So 26 years.
26 years. I've known you 26 years.
Seems like 100.
Oh, God, feels like 100, especially when you subscribe to the fucking Bourbon Junkies.
Yeah, and what's funny about this?
Bourbon, Dan says he likes you even more now. Yeah, crazy.
And you didn't even know I was a subscriber. You have to spread the word on your podcast, and so I can have like
you don't have a podcast.
A YouTube channel. It's the same fucking thing, fucker. So, and if Caitlin really did go play Zelda, she's dead to me.
Oh yeah, she's gone. Yeah, she pieced the fuck out. See you, Caitlin.
To play Zelda.
Yeah,
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I see where I rank in that family chain. So.
Oh, this is awful.
It's very awful, but the funny thing is, at 8%, you don't get that 8% taste.
No, because you're too busy choking down the hot garbage. You don't have to worry about the alcohol.
And I'm very disappointed because Ouzel Finch sours are fantastic. Anyway, I know a lot of the people on YouTube never have listened to the pod. Hopefully you jump on board because I can make you a lot of money simply by giving out picks and you guys betting the opposite.
That's true.
Another
sucks at what he does.
Another example, USFL championship game. Mike and I recorded Thursday. I put the pick out. The game was Sunday, July 3rd.
Yep.
I said Birmingham, they're 10-1, including the playoff game. The Stars were 7-4. Birmingham blew them out. Point spread's kind of low at only 4.5. Give me the Stallions minus 4.5. Final score: Stallions 33, Stars 30.
So to be fair, he did say, I told him that the Stallions were that Birmingham was gonna win. I said Birmingham's gonna win the game. My boy Skip Holtz, better coach, gonna win the game. Now, Mike said, I agree with you, and I'm gonna put that they're gonna win and cover. That being said, put all your money on Philadelphia.
Yes. Oh yeah, everybody knows if it listens to the pod, it's like, all right, Mike really likes the Lightning to win it all. I'm betting somebody else.
Exactly.
So, yeah. and I rolled the Lightning all the way. So
another Metallica song.
Yeah, Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
That's the best Metallica song.
Oh, dude, that's the best Metallica album for sure.
That correction, yeah actually, because the best Metallica song is For Whom the Bell Tolls.
For Whom the Bell Tolls, which is on Ride the Lightning. I actually like Call of Cthulhu too, which is on that. But anyway, yeah, we're digressing.
Yeah, that's
this is the sports segment.
Yeah,
as they say.
And okay, speaking of sports, all right, as the YouTubers can see, top shelf here is Roger Clemens, former Red Sox. Nothing Red Sox related up here, but my favorite player of all time. Second shelf is the Boston Red Sox. I had an issue. You got to wash her down with some spotted cow.
I'm going to drink something else because that is terrible.
This is better than that fucking coriander shit you tried to pawn off on me.
I didn't drink it either.
All right, so here, and another thing, I tweeted out on my personal Twitter. I said the Yankees are going to sweep the Red Sox. Yeah. Donaldson hits a grand slam Thursday. Devers hits 2 homers. Competitive game. Red Sox lose. Game 2, Yankees curb stomp Red Sox, 37,000-2, I think it was. Game 3, Yankees up. Red Sox up. Yankees tie. Yankees go up in the 10th. And Red Sox walk-off fashion. Here's my only problem with that. I love emotion. Put that as asterisk by emotion that I'm about to talk about. And then they rush the field when Verdugo walks it off, and they score 3 runs in the bottom of the 10th to beat the Yankees 6-5. And it's like, for fuck's sakes, man, this team has 900 wins already this year.
Yeah.
They beat you 2 straight. They beat you the last. I think they've won 11 straight.
61 wins, but
I think they beat 11 straight going into last night, and you're going to storm the field like you're just like happy to be there. Fuck, man. I'm as happy as anybody that they beat the Yankees. And I haven't seen a pitch of this series simply because my heart won't take Red Sox Yankees, Red Sox Tigers.
Fair.
And so I don't watch it because I get too mad because
you worked up.
And the reason is that's why I think Chris Sale, what he did on his minor league performance, I condone it. I like when a player when I'm cheering for a team and I'm like fucking mad and I'm like, I can't believe and I'm getting irate and they pan the dugout and the guys on the team are laughing. That shows me it's like, hey, fuck, I'm making $1.6 million. I don't give 2 fucks if we win or not.
Right.
Who we banging tonight? Let's go.
No. What you're saying is absolutely fair. And I got a comment I'll circle back to about the Yankees, but on the Sale thing. Dude, he was in the locker room, right?
Right.
Pissed off in a rehab stint, tearing shit off the walls, right?
Yes.
Because he's just fucking livid, right?
And I love that.
And that's passion.
Yes.
You can't fucking teach passion.
Amen. And that's why he's my favorite Red Sox.
100%. All the shit that people are talking about, what rant was better? Was it Big Papi or was it fucking Chris Sale? Big Papi, your boy, and I know the Red Sox, everything else, but dude, the guy got pissed off because he didn't get a strike called, right? He walked out of the box like he was going to take it. If I was the ump, I'd have called it a fucking strike too. I'd be like, yeah, fuck you. You're not walking halfway to first base, walking out of a pitch. Then that's what he did. He's like, oh, I got this one. Fuck you. You're gonna stand there. And then he swung at probably the shittiest pitch that he's ever seen.
You're right.
Fuck you. You're the one that did that. And so you're gonna rant and fucking smash a phone with a bat and go crazy because you're mad at you.
Right.
Fuck off. Chris Sales was mad at the fucking Yankees. He was mad at the fucking Sox. He was mad at his fucking team. He was frustrated and he has passion. And he's like, we need to be better than this as a whole. And he went off.
Right.
I support that 1,000%.
And I support both of them because people are like, well, how do you consider yourself a Red Sox fan if you're, because all 4 games were on TV. Thursday night was on MLB. Friday night was on.
Could you say that again?
Can you say that again?
Say what? Where do you want me to start, Tony? And then Saturday was on Fox, and tonight is, I think, the ESPN game of the week, whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't watch it because for number one, they tend to be very long games,
right?
And number two, I'm just even at 55 years old, I am a mental little person. A temper tantrum. Yeah. And some people, oh, you're a fair weather fan. No, I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm a poor sport.
Oh yeah,
I'm the world's biggest poor sport. I'm not a fair weather fan. I live and die Red Sox. But when they lose, and then they're off partying, banging hookers, and I'm still salty in my bed. I can't believe the Red Sox lost to the Orioles. God damn it!
You should tell the story of the baseball card if anybody wants to know if you're a fucking poor sport. Maybe the Dick Butkus card.
The Dick,
yeah. He's also, and we're getting off on a tangent here, but he's also a fucking Bears fan, right? So I'll let him tell the story. But he had 2 cards, one that was made out to Mike and one that was made out to Mike's dad. Yeah. He has 1 card left.
And it's right there. And this autograph. 3 by 5? It's not a 5 by 7. So 3 by 5. Let's say
it's not even close to a 5 by 7.
No. Autograph picture. Dick Butkus. For Christmas, my mom said, I'm going to get Mike and my husband a picture of Dick Butkus' autograph. So she sent a letter, and she said, "Can you autograph it? To Mike, to Mike, Dick Butkus." Which she did, but she didn't include my dad's name. So the other picture said, "To Mike's dad, Dick Butkus," which is the one I've got right here because the "To Mike" from Dick Butkus was torn to shreds after a Bears loss. It was like, this is unacceptable, Dick. This is unacceptable behavior, Dick. I got an autograph picture of you and you lose. You
to be
son
fair,
of a bitch.
How many years had Dick Butkus not played when you tore up his card?
Oh, no, I'm old enough to.
Oh, that was actually a Dick Butkus loss that he was playing in the game?
Yeah, because it would have been I would have been very young.
Oh, so you've been this way your whole life?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh,
that's even better.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a kid that was rage quitting.
Oh, yes. Like, I don't accept losing. Losing's for losers. Fantastic. You show me a good loser, I'll show you a loser.
Yeah, amen to that.
My earliest memory of the Red Sox, quarterback of Furbringer Vikings flag football team. We played a game. We had practice, come on, I got to get through, game 163, finished practice, ran home to watch Bucky fucking Dent put one in the screen of the Green Monster. And I fucking cried like a baby. Are you kidding me? And I was the quarterback of the highly touted Furbringer Vikings.
Yeah.
There's no crying.
No, there's no crying in Furbringer Vikings. I don't even know what that means.
But that's my earliest memory. And it's like, I can't. People remember, I'd say, "You remember when Ronald Reagan got shot?" No, but I remember when fucking Bucky fucking Dent homer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ronald Reagan, who was he?
I remember when Ronnie got shot.
I did too. I was at Jim Rutz's house.
Yeah.
RYUTS. Jim, if you're out there, hope you're doing well.
I remember when Ronnie got shot. I remember when Ronnie also didn't get shot, when somebody like popped a balloon or something, and he's standing up there with the fucking mic in his mouth. He goes, "Miss me." What a fucking Ronnie Reagan was a badass. Oh. But I want to circle back because you were talking about the Yankees.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel, and this is I could be proven completely wrong at the end of the fucking day and everything when this is all done. I feel like we are watching one of the greatest Yankee teams that has ever been put on the fucking field. Aaron Judge is a fucking man among boys if he can stay healthy, right?
Correct.
6 years in the major league, in the majors, 2 years he's been healthy. So can he be healthy? Can he continue to lead this team? But they are winning games at a ratio that has not been seen since like the 30s.
Yes.
It's fucking nuts. This team could be, we could look back on this, like all of you listeners could look back on this years from now and go, we saw one of the greatest teams. If they can pull it off, win the World Series, continue on the pace that they're on now, they're gonna have a run differential of close to 400 by the end of this year. That's fucking nuts. That is
very
nuts.
Very nuts. But you know how as asinine as this sounds, I'm going to say this right now. Judge is free agent at the end of the year. They did settle on an arbitration, so he's making like a paltry, what is it, $19 million this year, or whatever it is. Whatever he's making this year, you can barely make him. In fact, this podcast may start a GoFundMe page for him.
Yeah, we probably should.
So anyway, I would rather the Red Sox sign Rafael Devers and Xander Bogaerts as opposed to spending money on Aaron Judge. I think those two are just that good. Although Judge is great, I'm not going to argue. But you know what's going to derail the Yankee freight train? I'm going to reload my FanDuel account and bet them, because I think currently they are plus 350. So they're the favorite to win the World Series right now, especially now. You could have got them at plus 900 like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Now they're like plus 350, give or take. I'm just going to gather every penny Liz and I have, put it on the Yankees to win the World Series.
Are they peaking too early, though?
No, they're not peaking too early, but once I put my FanDuel money on them, it'll be Tank City, baby.
I honestly, I watch a lot of baseball. You know that. Like you and I, we watch a lot of baseball. And Blake Benson's a client talking about sports. It's like his golf game. All over the place and a lot of strokes. Funny, not true.
That's like my sex life.
It's also like this podcast. Mike had a stroke last week, but
Freddie Mercury, who's he?
Queen? What? The Yankees, where they're going and how they're put together from top to bottom.
Oh yeah, there's no weak.
Yeah, there's nothing. I can't look at a position and go, oh, they could be better.
In a 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 7 series, their weakness is going to be their starting pitching.
But they don't need it.
There's not a hole 1 through 9. Agreed. Their bullpen is solid.
So good.
If they can't get anything from their starters in a short series, 162 games, there ain't nobody beating them.
Nope.
They're the number 1 seed for the MLB playoffs.
All they got to do is out-hit you.
And that is one prediction that I will not be wrong. For 162 games, they're going to be the best team in baseball after 162 games.
No doubt.
So,
but this is what I'm saying is their starting pitching is probably 20th in Major League Baseball.
Right.
Ish, right? Somewhere in that line. But all they got to do is keep them in the game.
Right.
And then it's over. Their middle relievers and their closers will fucking dominate everyone, and they'll out-hit you for the rest of the game.
Their only drawback, because they've actually been, they have agreed, they haven't been this good the last few years, but the Yankees have been the Yankees.
Yeah.
They haven't won anything for 250 years, but they haven't won anything since the Constitution was relevant.
Oh, here we go again. Sorry, Larry. Take care.
But in a short series, when you're seeing the other team's best pitchers, because you're not seeing a 4 and a 5 in the playoffs.
That's true. Yep.
So that's the only. And again, the final nail in their coffin will be Mike's FanDuel money for them to win it all. Will be that's the dagger in Vampire's heart.
So can Aaron Judge get 62?
Oh yeah, for sure. What is he at right now?
30.
Oh yeah, that should be money in the bank.
He's 30 with 7 games to go for the All-Star break?
Yes.
So he's at 30. He's got 7 games to go. I don't know, man. The most he hit 52. Is that right?
Yes.
52. And then other than that, his highest total has been like 39 because like I said, he's
right. But
I mean, he's already at 30. Last
So
year he
you
was at
still
39.
so you still put stock in 62 then?
I still put stock at 62. I do. I'm a pre-steroid era
Oh,
guy.
that's bullshit. Fucking Bonds at 70 something.
I know he did, but you know what? It's and I'm not.
If you tell me Aaron Judge is natural,
I'm not
say he hasn't been caught.
Yeah, I'm not telling you that that 72 doesn't matter. What I'm telling you is that
what did he hit? Was it 73?
73, yeah. I think.
Where's that Fishman 8?
Yeah, he hit some shit. What do we got? 2 Michigan guys not talking Detroit teams. Shut up. We'll get there. What you have is a guy that maybe he's not all natural, but he's also fucking 7'7". I mean, he's a big fucking guy, right?
All right.
And he has all the talent in the world to surpass 62 in the non-steroid era, right? And that means something to a lot of baseball people.
Which is bullshit. But anyway.
It is bullshit, but it means something to a lot of
We will
steroid
circle
people.
back to that at some point, and I'm going to keep our YouTube viewing audience happy. All right, Blake, Mike, Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera, named to the 2022 All-Star team. Thoughts? Because I have my own. Blake, what do you think? Mike, what do you think? Talk to me.
So, I don't mind token appreciation for Albert Pujols because that's what it is. It's token appreciation for Albert Pujols. He doesn't play a lot. He's only bats against, I think, right or which one? What is he? He's a natural righty. He only bats against left-handers. They're not putting him in games to do all the shit that Miggy's doing, right? You want some of that?
No, I want your beer. You didn't finish
Dude,
pouring it.
Drink all that shit. That is fucking garbage. Blech. But what Miggy's doing this year, fuck yeah, 100%. Dude, that guy is batting over 300. He's doing. Look it up.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not kidding you. He's batting over 300. I got none of this scripted.
And I hate. Blake looked that up for me.
No, I want you to look it up. I want you to look it up right fucking now.
I'm busy doing something else because I hate Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
But I will acknowledge that arguably in his prime, our generation's best hitter.
Yes.
He don't belong in the All-Star game in 2022.
Hey Siri, what is Miguel Cabrera's batting average in 2022?
I found this on the web. On it, Miguel Cabrera has a batting average of 300 this regular season in the MLB.
Suck my dick.
Well, 300, nothing.
It's fucking 300. He's batting 300. Jesus Christ!
I still say.
And he's doing everything that he should do for that team. He's cultivating the young guys. He's realized he doesn't have the power, and he's just hitting the opposite fields and doing all the shit that he should do.
And that's All-Star worthy. To me, that's not All-Star worthy as a backhanded compliment.
No, it's still both of them are
they're legends of the game. Yeah, yes, exactly. But
they're both done at the end of this year, right? So they're both being brought in to do this.
Still has another year left on his contract.
He's not coming back, dude. They're both done at the end of this year. They're coming in to an All-Star game as an honorary thing. But
Jerry Rennie should announce the game then because he's already dead. Bring him back for one last hurrah.
You are an angry man.
All right. We agree to disagree. I respect your thought on him. I don't think Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. And again, like I said,
100%.
Our generation, as much as I hate him, our generation, the best hitter, like almost Ted Williams-esque of our generation.
Yep.
No doubt. Absolutely no doubt. If I would sit here and argue against that, I would be the fucking idiot. I'm probably the fucking idiot anyway, but he doesn't belong in the All-Star game this year. He's not doing enough this year. Just like it's almost like Hall of Fame voting. Like
how many first basemen are batting 300?
Well, I don't know, but he doesn't even play every day like you. I don't know. Fuck him. I will not say I don't think he should be in the All. Now, are those two aren't taking spots away though, right?
They are not.
Okay. No. I'll allow it a little more that way, but I'm still not. I'm still not a proponent of it.
I personally want to. So I'm obviously a Tiger fan, and I love Miggy.
Oh, for sure.
I love what he's done for the city. I love what he's done for the game. I love so much shit about him. I mean,
other than that scotch drinking episode on the side of the road when he allegedly abused his wife. Other than that, he's been spectacular.
I mean, you know what? You never know what his wife said to him. So, I mean, no, you're right. I forgot. This is your podcast, not mine. Yeah, no, that was totally, no, we didn't want anything to do with that. But what
I'm just trying to validate. I get you. I'm just trying to validate my point.
Dude, the guy is unfucking believable in what he does. So I love him to death. And you know who else I really, really love is Albert Pujols. Pujols came in at the end of a steroid era, especially in St. Louis, where they had fucking McGuire and they had fucking Big Mac Land and all this shit. And he took that back and said, we're going to talk about baseball.
Right.
We're going to change the game back to talking about baseball.
Okay, so but here I'm not a expert on the subject, but I'm going to throw something out there. Number one, and I think I could be pretty accurate with it, but I'm just going to and I'm actually supporting steroid use here indirectly.
Yeah.
If you don't think anybody's using right now, you're delusional. There are just other ways to get around the testing.
Right.
Number two, if you use steroids, personally, in my opinion, Bonds was a Hall of Fame player prior to steroid allegations. And my main man, my favorite player, any sport all time, was a Hall of Famer before any allegation. And number two, the second point to that is they didn't get Roger Clemens after the steroid allegations actually threw softer is a stupid way to say slower. Thank you. He threw slower after the steroid. What the steroids did was enabled you to get up every day, and fucking Barry Bonds, his knees and everything were so bad. Without what he was taking, he wouldn't have been able to take the field. And in my opinion, I would fucking love to have workers like that work for me. It's like anything it takes to get to work, get your fucking ass to work and bring it to the table.
You are 100% high on crack cocaine.
Fair enough.
100%.
Fair enough.
And I'm not saying anything against the Rocket because I want to walk out of here tonight and I don't want to get killed in your basement.
No, there won't be any fight.
But what I'm telling you about Barry Bonds is Barry Bonds was known for his batting average, his base stealing ability, and his Golden Glove.
Right. And he was a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer for those three things. What would anybody think of him now as? A home run hitter.
But so why should that? So it's
a complete fucking change.
You supported my argument though.
No, I didn't.
You said he was a Hall of Famer for stolen bases.
If he wouldn't have juiced.
But he was a Hall of Famer with those things. So fuck his home run.
No, but nobody. You can't do that. You can't take one away from the other.
Yes, you can.
How? How do you do that?
Then
How
why
do you
is
say that Sully was a great pilot if he wouldn't have landed on the Hudson? Would you ever know who the fuck he was?
He didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know who the fuck he was. But
you would have known you would have known who Barry Bonds was because of his rifle throws from the outfield and his.
But he would have been that guy that was was good and was Hall of Fame worthy and was Ken Griffey Jr.-esque, right?
Ken Griffey's a different argument, and Ken Griffey is as pure as this new driven snow. Is that the right way to say new driven snow?
Yes.
Apparently, he's never, and I agree with you. But you kind of agree with me. So if he is the stolen base guy, the batting average guy, and the strong outfield arm, I don't care what you remember him as. He had the credentials going in.
So stop his career there.
Right.
He wouldn't have made the Hall of Fame.
Roger Clemens won 4 fucking Cy Youngs before he went to Toronto.
I didn't say I was talking about Roger Clemens. I'm talking about fucking Barry Bonds.
Right.
Stop his career before he started juicing. He was a good player that could have been awesome, but didn't quite make it. That's
subjective because I think he
would not make the Hall of Fame if at the end of his base stealing career he never hit home runs. He would not make the Hall of Fame. He would not. He'd be good, and everybody would be like, you know what, that guy was really good, but he just fell off. He just tailed off. He just wasn't quite good enough. Okay, which leads me all the way back to I've got to think about Keith Hernandez, but we got to talk about that too.
Right. So here this is actually a podcast YouTube video in and of itself. Okay. David Ortiz kind of not to the same steroid scandal that Bonds and Clemens were linked to,
Right.
but usage. David Ortiz is in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Right.
You don't think Bonds is a better player than David Ortiz?
100%.
And David Ortiz is my favorite, my third favorite Red Sox of all time.
I don't think Ortiz,
behind Clemens, Sale, and Ortiz.
I think if you let one in that is has a steroid era issue, you let them all in. And Poppy has gray
he was
past.
voted in because somebody fucking tried to kill him.
But he has a gray past, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not. It's a gray past.
Yes, for sure.
Did he have steroids? Did he not have steroids? It's fucking
Because
gray past.
something
If
happened
you're in that gray area, you don't get in.
He was a Mickey Mouse hitter with the Minnesota Twins.
Mhm.
And then something happened. And I tell you, in clutch situations,
Something happened. He took a needle in his ass. That's what happened.
and that makes you hit a baseball better though.
No, it makes you hit it farther.
There were so many fucking clutch hits by Big Pop.
Dude, do you think that you wouldn't be stronger if you were juicing right now?
Oh, stronger, yeah, but
Yeah, it doesn't.
why didn't Ronnie Coleman play in the big?
But it
leagues?
doesn't. What I'm saying is, it doesn't fucking matter if you have the ability. If you have the hand-eye coordination, that doesn't change. So right now, I could go out. I have fantastic fucking hand-eye coordination. I can hit a baseball. You can throw me 90-mile-an-hour fastball. I'll hit it. I'm not gonna fucking smash home runs day after day, but I'll put a bat on it.
Get it out of the infield.
Hopefully. But what I'm saying is, like,
Say
you got guys that do this day in and day out and have that hand-eye coordination, and now you're giving them something that says, I'm going to regenerate my muscle tissue faster. I'm not going to be hurt. Look at Aaron Judge. If that fucker was juicing every day, he wouldn't be fucking hurt the years that he's been hurt. So you got guys that can regenerate faster. You got guys that are stronger and bigger.
Steroids actually diminishes your ligaments and joints, which leads to
over time.
Yeah.
But when you first start, you recover quicker. That's your deal because, right? You know better than anyone. When you're lifting weights, you're tearing muscle down and rebuilding it. Well, that's how you get bigger. You do. So you're tearing muscle down and getting bigger. That's what happens. Blake says, "Oh, he's giving me shit." Yeah, was that St. Louis? St. Louis is a fucking National League team. Shut up. It has nothing to do with the Tigers. I can talk about anybody I want. So anyway, I said I want to circle back. Oh, Keith Hernandez.
Yes.
Keith Hernandez. They retired his jersey, and for the Mets this week. So he's had a jersey retired in fucking St. Louis, and he's had a jersey retired now with the New York Mets. I don't even think he is the best Mets first baseman.
No.
So you've got a guy. I think Carlos Delgado is probably one of the best offensive players that played first base in that era. So you got Hernandez, who has now had his jersey retired in two different fucking cities, but still isn't in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. So aside from Seinfeld lore, where Keith Hernandez, I loathe him, right? What is it? Is it defense or is it offense that people care about in fucking baseball? And that's my question to you.
Offense.
100% offense from a fan's perspective, right? It's offense. So you look at, let's compare Carlos Delgado to Keith Hernandez. They're not even close. I mean, they are close over their careers. But from a home run RBI perspective, Carlos Delgado's a fucking man. But Keith Hernandez has 11 Gold Gloves. He's got 11 Gold Gloves. You have a national or American League MVP. You have all of this shit with him from a defensive standpoint. Is that enough to get him into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame?
Well, Hernandez was never in the American League.
I'm sorry, National League Baseball Hall of Fame.
And
you know what I meant.
But
I had to correct me, God damn it.
I had to process. I didn't know if you were still talking Delgado because Delgado was in the American League.
He was, yeah.
See, now personally, he is supposedly the catalyst of that 86 team that beat the Red Sox. He was the straw that stirred the drink, if you will. And I don't know if that gets you into the Hall of Fame. I think the Hall of Fame is actually not only in baseball, but all sports. It's like, okay, well, now, because Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens better never, ever get into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Because they've done nothing in 20 years, 10 years, whatever it is. So your viewpoint shouldn't change. So I personally don't think Keith Hernandez was great player. See, that's the rub on the Hall of Fame is like, okay, you're a great player, but Hall of Fame is supposed to be like, okay, these fucking cats are the best of the best of the best. Ain't fucking nobody sniffing their jock straps.
Right, agreed.
And then all of a sudden you start putting it, it's like, okay, well, geez, the 2027 class has nobody, so we're gonna put in, and the voting, and Dave and I have talked about this on an earlier podcast, like probably 50 pods ago. It's like, all right, well, Joe Schmo got 27 votes. Who fucking voted for Joe Schmo to get into the fucking Baseball Hall of Fame? The guy's fucking terrible.
Right.
Terrible in the sense compared to other major leaguers. Obviously, he's better than you and I and our millions of viewers right here on the pod.
Yeah. And Blake Benson, who says, I hear Big Poppy's whistle piggyback is mediocre. True.
There we go. Poppy's the man, though. He made a lot of success for me. So, I think it's time to rate our second beer. I'm going to go first because
it's fucking garbage.
Yeah, well, I had to finish yours. So, and I didn't. A drinkable 2.28 is what I'm coming in at.
I said 2.3. So,
you like no that all right. So that just shows you the difference in rating skills because you actually liked it better than I did.
No, I'm sorry, 1.3.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like,
sorry,
shit.
yeah. I looked. I'm like, 1.3.
All right, and the 324 people that put it on tap really liked it at 3.47.
Well, they're idiots. Oh, all right, Peters, you're in charge. I gotta pee.
All right,
I'll be back.
Now, how can I edit and be in charge of our?
Just talk, and then you can edit.
All right, we'll
Did you
talk.
Pause it?
I didn't pause the live stream. I paused my video. All right. So yeah, Mike went up to piss. He critiqued me and said, "Oh, well, geez, you can't get up and go to the bathroom during a YouTube stream." I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll just piss my pants. But who's the first to tap? So, yeah. So anyway, we go into the third segment. We go a couple categories, and you know what? We didn't even give our second song of the fucking second segment. Went so long. God damn it. Now I'm pissed, Blake. So, all right. Well, I'm thinking on the fly here. So, all right. What do we got here? He should be. I think I will legit have to do that if Mike and I, Dave and I, continue to do YouTube streams because I'll have to go with the depends because all this dead air loses your listeners, or your viewers.
Dude, we forgot our music in segment 2.
I just told that to Blake.
Yeah.
And then I was dumbfounded.
We'll have to start segment 3 with music and end it with music.
All right. So you take over while I do this.
Klein usually wears Depends.
Yeah,
so he's
that's
good.
what in fact, I might have to do that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
All that dead
I'll
air,
wear the Michael Vick Whizzer.
It won't show up on Spotify, but on YouTube it's like, this is a lot of dead air.
Is Liz watching? She hasn't said anything.
I don't even think her and Nick are here.
Jesus Christ. We can't even get our wives to watch. That just shows how terrible this is. Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, in my opinion, steroids made the game better. Was Blake? Oh my God, 1,000%. Don't get my rant as me not saying that I did not enjoy the steroid era. Mike, watching McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and Bonds try to get that record and go. Oh my God, that was probably the most fun baseball I've ever watched in my entire life. And I'm a baseball guy. I'm a baseball slappy. Love it. But it's, dude, if you're going to say we have to, say this can't be, we're not going to allow the steroid era in, which they're not, right? You don't see Canseco. You don't see McGwire. You don't see Sosa. You don't see Bonds. None of these guys are getting voted in. If that's how these asshole writers are going to be, then it has to be that way. My personal opinion is fucking reverse it. Just do it. Just say, we're going to go at it. the era is the era, right? There was a dead ball era. There was a live ball era, right? There was all of this shit. Like you can, the fucking ball was juiced for 15 years, right? How long was the live ball era? 10, 15 years?
Yes.
So the ball was juiced for 10 or 15 years. We're not saying, well, guess what? What's his name? Mickey Mantle, and you're out because you're part of the fucking live ball era. No, you just happen to be in that era. Now, steroids were illegal, but the testing for them wasn't in a place where they was being caught, right? Androstenedione, all that shit that was going on was okay. Well, if it's okay, then fucking let it be. But they're not, so we got to deal with this bullshit. It's just how it is. About ready?
Almost.
Are we gonna start segment 3 with music and then end it with music? Because I got a couple more things for you.
Are you talking music or?
No, like guessing songs, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I have two more. We just got into the throw.
We did. We got a little carried away.
So yeah, we'll kick off the beer.
I'm not gonna prematurely crack it this time. You got all fucking worked up about it last time.
The listener at Spotify will say, "Hey, that fucker cheated."
Yeah, they will. I'll show them.
All right. So now our YouTube audience, we are going live on Spotify here in
Big
3,
League Talks Tour. Yeah.
2, 1. All right, Mike. Well, for our third tasting.
Should I crack it now?
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet. You're early. You're early. There's nothing wrong with being early, though. It's like, I've got sleep to get. I'm done.
Yeah, you know what? That's a Kramer. I've had enough already. And when it's time to be done.
All right, our third taste, we have a little Super Stoner IPA at 9%, 65 IBUs from Big Lake Brewing Company, brewed with Idaho No. 7 Cryo hops. Everybody loves their Cryo hops.
Cryo?
Yep.
Are you reading that properly?
CRYO? How else would you pronounce it?
I guess, yeah.
I'm not.
Cryo.
All right,
Cryogenic.
All right, cryogenic. Fuck
Cryo hops.
Steroids.
What'd you say? Cryo?
Fuck you guys.
Cryo.
All right, fucking Grandpa Blackhawk. Mr. fucking correct everything.
Why don't you Grandpa Blackhawk me? And although we do need to say his name. Oh, this is dark for an IPA. Like 6 times. Otherwise, we don't get paid.
Boy, that looks delicious, though.
Dude, that.
All right. So wait a second, Michael.
Smells malty.
Michael, just a second.
Don't you Michael me?
Oh,
here we go.
All right. This is the makeup one. So even before we try.
Oh yeah, this is
Super
makeup
Stoner
from
IPA.
segment 2. Makeup from segment 2. I want to try this so bad.
All right.
Can I
so
drink
now,
a little bit?
Nope.
All right.
Not at all.
Damn it.
All right. So now, if you were a listener, it's not always lyrics
I missed you too, Tommy D.
that come along.
All right. What do you mean it's not always lyrics?
Well, here there's questions about particular songs that you may or may not know.
Oh, see, you're trying to fuck me.
No, but if you go back and listen, this isn't just for you making me look bad in 133.
This is 100%.
This is the
100%.
way. Listen to other episodes, you'll fucking find this is the fucking truth, bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so in Aerosmith's Hangman Jury,
Yep.
what gun is used / mentioned, and to prevent you getting lucky with the gas, sing the line.
Oh my God, it's been a long time since I've heard Hangman.
All right, and if you're not 100%,
no, I know the song.
All right.
Sing along with the Hangman.
Our YouTube listeners just saw me cheat fucking on the tasting.
Yeah, you did. You fuck! I asked you for a drink.
Well, I'm the one running the
damn it!
I'm the one steering the ship. You prick.
All right, so I'm like fucking up the music of Hangman Jury and the song and Gone in 60 Seconds, which is Bring Sally Up, Bring Sally Down, which they're very similar. So I've got Hangman Jury has.
Whoop, boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoop,
okay,
boy.
I got it now. Won't you lie on the track? Whoop, boy, won't you lie on the track? Whoop, boy, won't you lie on the track? It's not Janie's Got a Gun, which is also an Aerosmith song.
Right, but they only always go with the gun.
Yeah. All right, do you have a hint for me?
No, not without
No?
giving it away.
All right. So what gun was used?
Yep.
So there was a what? No, that's Uncle Tom's Cabin. There's no well.
Just for the record, let's get the story straight.
That's Uncle Tom's Cabin. Now you're fucking with me. No, you can't do that. Oh, you asshole. Oh.
That's how I felt with the wizard from Black
Oh,
Sabbath.
yeah,
you
that's
fuck.
totally fair. That's totally fair. All right, so let's see.
All right, here's your hint. In the song, it's about, I believe it's about him killing his girlfriend. And he says, I swear I didn't.
I swear I didn't mean to do it.
I swear I didn't know that.
Oh, 45 was loaded. That's it. I swear I didn't know that 45 was loaded. That's it.
All right, we tasted this, or you're
That's-
going to give me your beer?
That's fantastic.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good fucking job. All right. Mine.
All right, let's go.
So this should be so fucking easy for you.
Yep.
I'm going to be so mad if you don't get it. I actually thought the first one would be a little difficult. This one is yours. All right.
Yep.
So you know you're the only one to say okay. You know you're going. Well, I'm sorry. You know you're the only one to say okay. Where are you going? What are you looking for? You know those boys that want to play.
Sister Christian, little Night Ranger.
See?
Sister Christian, all the time has come. And you know that you're the only one
To say.
Let's play.
Yeah,
Oh, but it's
okay.
different
Yeah,
verse.
that's true.
Yeah,
Different verse.
okay.
Yep.
Yep. So here we go. Let's try the old Stone IPA, and I'll pretend like I haven't tasted it already.
So the other one that I was going to give you that I decided not to do, I just want to see if you'll get it.
Right.
So this doesn't count. Bang, bang, shoot 'em up. The party never ends.
Bang bang, shoot 'em up. The party never. You can't think of dying when the
Bottle's your best friend and now it's 18 in life. You got it. So I was like, I can't give him that. It's too fucking easy.
Well, all right, here we go. So, all right, YouTubers out there.
You're 2 for 2 today. You feel
Yeah,
better?
Way better. Yeah. Nobody. I'll save that line for a second. For what we're coming up with. All right, so Dave and I, like 5 episodes, started to go a little Mount Rushmore. The 4 things you would put, the Washington, Kennedy, and Jefferson. No,
Kennedy's not.
not Kennedy.
Yeah.
Roosevelt and
Roosevelt
Jefferson.
Yeah. Kennedy.
Of the bunch. He was my second.
Stop it.
When Brian Barrett from 7 said that, hey, give your Mount Rushmore of 4 presidents, but not that are already on there. And Kennedy was on my list. So he's on mine. So anyway, get you up to, so we have done different categories. We've done different. Yeah, anybody get some? Anybody get a head on it?
Yeah, he's like, I did not have sexual relations.
So, your top 4. I mean, you could go a Mount Rushmore of ice cream flavors. Mount Rushmore of this, that, and the other. Last week we did.
Gary Franchi says you need a guy setting off firecrackers at the house if you're going to keep singing Sister Christian. 100%.
And oddly enough, I think Sister Christian is the only song I know from Night Ranger.
Is it really?
You can still Rockin' America.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep.
I know 2 songs. So
I tried to make it easy because you were so distraught last week. It's like I can't.
I tell you what, though, the Faster Pussycat was a fucking. They're not everybody's getting that one.
But I knew you knew it.
Not everybody's getting Faster.
Unequivocally in my heart, I'm like, if he. So
yeah,
like
I saw counseling.
Two and three were going to be easy.
Right.
I gave you one that was a little more difficult. Right. Like, let's start off. If he gets 1, he's going to sweep.
All right.
If he doesn't get 1, I got to give him 2 and 3 so he doesn't kill himself tonight.
Well, that's what, because I saw counseling after, I went to the counselor. I was like, the fucking wizard. Who fucking has heard the wizard?
All right, fuck you, Benson. This part of today's show brought to you by Geritol and Metal Alert. Listen, neither one of us has fallen down, and we don't need anybody to come find us. We're all right. So we're singing 80s bands, but fuck off.
Yeah, well, how old are you? 12?
Yeah, he's older than we are. He can kiss my ass.
So anyway, what was our Mount Rushmore? Mount Rushmore last week was
lead singers.
Okay, the front man of bands.
Front man of bands. Yep.
So,
and then you did do a front women
on the Facebook
page. Yep.
And if I were to pull up my phone, the one front man that I would like to change, I think I would replace Brian Johnson with Steven Tyler. Oh, we didn't fucking do the correction corner that fucking.
Oh, fish.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fish.
We fucking knew. We did say Angus Young was the front man of the original AC/DC, and I could have fucking swore.
Fish on the weekends.
I could have swore we corrected that because yes, the original lead singer of AC/DC is Bon Scott. Angus Young is the lead guitar.
And we did correct that, but we corrected it offline.
Yeah, so yes.
Because of this podcast format.
At the Fishman 8, Brian Barrett, Chuck McPeak, Brian Adams, they all knew it was like, hey, Angus Young's not the lead singer of AC/DC.
He does sing backup though.
And I called Mike the next day. I said, didn't we correct? Because I know for a fact I said Angus Young.
Yeah, he
just
calls me.
He
goes, didn't we say? I said, yeah, we said Bon Scott. And he goes, well, these guys are going nuts. I'm like, I swear to God, we saw Bon Scott. We said Bon Scott. Then the more we talked about it, we're like, well, we talked about it after we stopped the pod, so that did not help.
All right. So anyway,
all you armchair quarterbacks, 2 to the face.
Yeah, that's right. A little bukkake action here.
Yeah.
All right. So my Mount Rushmore this week is your favorite stand-up comedians.
Ooh. So it has to be stand-up.
Yes. Yeah. Funny man, like Chris Farley is funny.
Yep.
I'm not saying he's never done stand-up, but Chris Farley's known for his fucking.
So actually, I automatically go to one of my favorite people that are funny people of all time, which is Larry David, which is not a stand-up guy, right? He's a writer.
Yeah, correct. He's funny, but he's not
fucking brilliant and hilarious, but that's not a fucking funny guy. So I would say my number one for me would be Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
And that's because of my age and Delirious and Raw. And where Delirious and Raw fell for me were just fucking, that was life-changing. That was, your dog took a shit in the den, Eddie. He's been sitting there for 3 months. It's like, fuck yeah, what Mr. T was a faggot, you're like, yeah, all that stuff was like.
And because of our age.
Keeping them jeans.
Because of our age difference.
Here's probably Richard Pryor.
I left off Eddie Murphy, and my Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians is Richard Pryor. Yeah. The Wanted album. I remember listening to that as a 13-year-old. Never have I heard so many F-bombs and N-bombs drop. And, my dad had it as a 45. It was a fold-out. And 45 is the album, right? Yeah, 78 is a little.
Yep.
And, for younger people, they don't. Although they're making vinyl's making a comeback.
Oh yeah,
very expensive, making a comeback. And it was just like some of the shit he would say is like, I used to box, and when you're boxing, and you get hit, and you blah blah blah, and it goes on, and he's like, and your legs ain't been hit. Your legs been hit. What fuck? I want to fall down before it look bad. I ain't fucking. It didn't hit me. But as a 13, 14-year-old kid, listen to all the F-bombs and N-bombs and this, that, and the other. Richard Pryor is my.
Dude, same thing with Eddie Murphy, man. Like sitting there as a 13-year-old kid sitting there listening to that, going, "Oh my God, man!" Hey boy, look at my cute them jeans.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's it. Because I like Eddie Murphy, but because I heard Richard Pryor first, so I'm going Richard Pryor.
Fuck yeah!
All right.
So my number 2.
Yes.
Are we going in order?
Yep. Go ahead.
My number 2, and it could be construed as not quite stand up, but he does do stand up. For me, in his prime, before he went fucking nuts, was Dave Chappelle.
Okay. Oh, actually, his latest Netflix.
His latest Netflix is fucking hilarious. Yes.
Yeah, very hilarious.
And so, like, like the stuff that he did stand up was for me like fucking transcendent.
I'm actually going to be completely honest. I forgot all fucking about Dave Chappelle, but yeah, solid
Jesus
choice.
Christ, fucking great. And then like the shows that he did, like the stuff on Comedy Central. I mean, like the NIGGAS, you know, that one, and then I wish I want to spell it out so I'm not sounding politically incorrect, and then like all of the like the black guy that was the part of the KKK, like the leader of the KKK. All his shit is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
The Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. How many people say I'm Rick James, bitch? Everybody, because it's just fucking Chappelle. It's, oh my God, I think every time I get together with my buddies and we're like, let's just fuck around for a while, we watch Chappelle. Great shit. What do we got? Tommy D says, I have a feeling with the jersey hanging in the background, the lava lamp, players in the card bottom, this cat will be great friends. Yeah, fuck you, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy's a fucking Bears fan.
That way, Tommy!
Check out Taylor Hawkins' son Shane, my hero, as a tribute to his dad. Dave Chappelle live about 45 minutes from. Yeah, Dave Chappelle is fucking.
Oh, and like I said, I actually am embarrassed. I actually forgot about him. Not sure he replaced any of my 4, but excellent selection.
Yeah.
My number 2, and I'm going Jim Gaffigan. I love his fucking voice. Oh, he can't. Why does he always talk about shit like Jim Gaffigan is fucking hilarious, and it's really weird for me to be a Jim Gaffigan fan because Jim Gaffigan doesn't swear a lot.
Nope.
Jim Gaffigan does not.
He's
he
way too family PC,
but he's fucking hilarious.
He has some funny stuff.
And that's why I like it. And again,
you moved him all the way to number 2.
Yeah, hey, it's my list.
That's your list.
It's debatable.
Yep.
Because now that you threw Dave Chappelle, and somehow I forgot Dave Chappelle, it could have been alternate. But I love me some Jim Gaffigan. It's like, oh, he talks about food a lot, doesn't he? that is the shit that makes me fucking laugh, because it's like it's not third person, it's outsider person or whatever. But that's the fucking funniest part about it. His bit is like, why does he always?
Blake Benson says Robin Williams. That was a struggle for me, but I did not put it on my list.
Hey Blake, we're gonna get please continue to subscribe, but we're gonna get to Robin Williams in a minute. Yep. You're number 3.
Hot Pockets. Yes, Gary Frangie. Hot Pockets. My number 3 is George Carlin. So George Carlin is like, to me,
I think I actually replaced Carlin with Gaffigan, but go ahead.
Yeah, so Carlin for me was that irreverent older figure that was like, I'm going to talk about the shit that we shouldn't talk about. And that was, for me, from a comedy perspective, was like stuff that I really wanted to hear, and I fucking loved. It just wasn't exactly PC.
Right. Oh, and especially in the 70s and early 80s.
In an era where people were starting to be PC, you had a George Carlin that was like, fuck you.
And his delivery was second to none. Like, I mean, almost like, yeah, I went golfing with a friend. You know, you put the ball on a tee, you hit it, and you go find it, and you hit it again. It's like, fuck you. You're lucky you found the fucker in the first place. Right. You know, and it's stupid.
Yeah.
But
that was Robin Williams, the golf thing.
No, Carlin did that too.
He did that too?
So fucking Williams must have stolen it.
No, Williams did. Williams
which
did
will lead to my fucking
golf.
Which will lead to my maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, give me your number 3. Who's your number 3?
All right, my number 3. The listeners of the podcast will know I'm very biased, and hopefully I don't put any spoilers
Before
to
you
the
say
listeners.
This, though, is you and I talked a smidge. Like, we didn't reveal anything.
This is the one we were talking about.
Is it number 4?
No,
so it's honorable mention. Both of us are honorable mention. The one that we're thinking.
No, my number 4 is your honorable mention. I think.
You think? Okay, all right.
My number 3 is, and listeners of the Flights, Football, and Anything Else podcast, I always give the old Jesselneck Rosenthal Vanity Project Junior Vice President, is Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
And who he bumped off was Stephen Wright. That's not what we were talking about earlier. But because they're the same type of comic, but they're dark enough, and he puts like the one joke he tells is like, well, the lady came up to me at their show and said, "You can't joke about abortion." And he says, "No, you can. I'm a comedian. I can. I'm funny."
Yeah.
So, and it's not for everybody. And there's controversial shit. But Anthony Jeselnik is absolutely hilarious. He's my number 3.
And I don't argue with that at all. My actual number 4 is a guy you just mentioned, which is Stephen Wright.
See that they're similar, but I put Jeselnik above Stephen Wright.
And for me, Stephen Wright is all about the delivery.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
for
the
sure.
Fucking deadpan. Just I went to the store today and blah blah. It's like just fucking perfect. It is comedy gold. It's fucking perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
All right, so now let's see if my number 4 and your honorable mention are the same. And Stephen Wright's an excellent choice. Stephen Wright probably, if I had to rethink this, I could honestly put Stephen Wright ahead of Jim Gaffigan. He's that good. But my number 4, because when he came out, I was a late teen, found, swear words funny, as I do as a 55-year-old man.
Yep.
My number 4 is short as a flying phoenix as it was. Andy Warhol. Everybody has his 15 minutes of fame. My number 4 is Andrew Dice.
Fucking Dice Clay, the Dice Man.
Because shit like Little Boy Blue.
He needed the money. Hickory dickory dock. This bitch was sucking my cock. The clock struck 2. I blew my goo. I dropped the bitch off the next block.
I don't know the politically correct stance today. I don't care.
Dude.
Comedy should be exempt from political correctness.
Yep.
And my pea-brain juvenile fucking brain is wired as such as that even though, legendary, maybe he wasn't legendary, he was all, but yeah, Andrew Dice Clay is my number 4, and it's just like his shit. Yep.
So my honorable mention, as I just showed Mike, Dice Man, Jim Norton, Bert Kreischer, and Bill Burr. So
I don't know Bill Kreischer, but Jim Norton is fucking hilarious.
Fucking hilarious. If you guys have
may actually be more offensive than the Dice Man.
Jim Norton is so fucking offensive. Yeah. That's why I put him on there. So if you guys have not listened to Opie and Anthony or any of the shit on Sirius XM, Jim Norton is one of the most funny fucking comics ever. Oh. And he's completely irreverent, just like Dice Man. Yeah. Fucking great. And Bill Burr, you know who Bill Burr is. So Bert Kreischer is the guy that always takes his shirt off and talks about. Have you ever heard the "I'm the Machine"?
No, I'll have to Google that because I don't know.
Oh, dude, Bert Kreischer's funny as fuck. So he talks about this time that he was in, like, he took a Russian class and he went to fucking Russia and he hooked up with the mob and shit. Oh, dude, you'll fucking love it. Google "I'm the Machine," you'll love it. But him and Tom Segura, you know who Tom Segura is? So him and Tom Segura do a podcast called Two Bears, One Cave. Fucking great. Great. You'll love it. He does a bit one time where he tells Tom Segura that every morning he drinks fucking Kool-Aid. And he's got this big fucking thing, and people are walking around thinking, good for you, man, you're drinking water, but it's actually fucking red Kool-Aid. Oh, it's fucking great. Great stuff. Anyway.
All right, well,
that's where I'm at. I think that, so I also did for writing, which I know we didn't do, but I wasn't sure what we were talking about because he said best comics. I wasn't sure if we were doing writing or if we were doing stand-up. So I did writing. I said Jerry Seinfeld, Larry David, number 1. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Matt Groening. Those guys are like Trey Parker
and shit.
Yeah, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are Trey Parker and Matt Stone do Family Guy and South Park.
Okay.
And then Matt Groening, obviously, is Simpsons.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, from a writing standpoint, those guys are fucking gold.
Right.
Just fucking gold. I mean,
So
I like Josh Blue. I'm gonna have to Google Josh Blue, man. When Amy Schumer talks about her vagina, I lose my. That's actually true too. Amy Schumer for a chick, she's funny as fuck.
Very funny.
Amy Schumer, Paula Poundstone, and Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
Not bad comics.
Now, who? Fuck, I can't remember what you said. So.
Oh, here we go.
All right. All right. I'm going to give you.
Back to music.
I'm going to give you the hard part of it, and then you don't get it this part, I'm going to give you the one that'll give it to you. So anyway, all right. Send in your skeletons.
Yeah, you can stop there.
Sing as the bones.
You can stop there. Send in the skeletons. Send in the bones to go marching in. My friends, Foo Fighters. Again.
Because oddly enough, when I looked at this song, I had to go in reverse.
Foo Fighters.
I had to actually go in reverse because I didn't know the name of the song.
Soon as the bones go marching in. Monkey Wrench. No, it's not.
No.
Again. Buried deep.
What if I say
secrets that you keep are never ending, same old story. What if I say you're not like the others? What if I say you're not just another one of those things? Yeah.
I had to go in reverse order because I didn't know the name of the song.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the Foo Fighter, and I have in parentheses in my notes, as you can see, as the listeners can see, the what if I say I'm not like the other? Because that was the giveaway.
Yeah.
That was the giveaway.
That's it,
the pretender.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Right.
What if I say you're not like the others? What if I say you're not just another one of these? You're the pretender. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
I got you. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You're a shooting star. Maybe one day you'll see before you make us cry. You know we tried to reach you, but you were much too high. Yeah, Blake Benson says the pretender. He knew.
All right. Repeat it.
Where am I? You're a shooting star. Maybe one day we'll see you before you make us cry. You'll know we tried to reach you, but you were much too high.
Blake says Bad Company, but I'm not a
Nope.
I'm not a Bad Company fan, so I was going to say I can't confirm or deny.
Well, Shooting Star is a Bad Company song, but no.
But even if I go 2 for 3, I'm going to take my 2 for 3 and be proud.
I can sing it for you and help you out.
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's see. I'm trying to. There was a line that I was gonna put in there, but I can't because of the podcast. So let's see. What line did I give you? I said, "You're a shooting star." Maybe someday we'll see you before you make us cry. You'll know we tried to reach you, but you were much too high.
Guns N' Roses.
Yep. Much too high. Immigrants and faggots.
Okay, so
they make no sense to me.
I was actually gonna. It's funny you mentioned.
They come to our country.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was gonna say, 1 in a million. Could Guns N' Roses do 1 in a million today?
They could not do 1 in a million today. Absolutely not.
All right. So okay. All right.
So you got it.
Yeah.
But I had to sing it to you.
Right, for sure.
So,
But hey, I'm going to take my 2 and 3 like a man.
Yep.
And go from there. So
that's fair.
All right.
And it was a GNR song, so I'm like, you have to know this, right?
Oh,
and honestly, my opinion, and this is a question for you. My favorite Guns N' Roses album is GNR Lies.
Yeah,
100%.
For sure.
Okay,
Yes,
so
I'm with you on that.
I just want to know.
And then Appetite for Destruction
Number
is
2. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm not a.
The blue and the yellow. Yeah,
I listen to Use Your Losers 1 or 2, and they've got some fine qualities. But yeah, Live.
Yesterday's
and then
a good song.
Actually, the Spaghetti Incident might actually be number 3.
I actually think you might be right. Yep. So, but I'm glad that you think GNR Lies is number 1.
Yes. Oh, for
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, that
I used to love her, but I had to kill her.
I had to put her 6 feet under, and
I can still hear her complain.
That
perfect.
Yes. All right. I think, are we doing random question? We're just going to go right to rating the old Stoner IPA.
We can do a random question. Actually, I know that sports is number 2. But there's something that I got in my notes that we missed in the second segment. And
sports can be one. Hey, here at Flight Football Analysis, we're all about.
We can do whatever we want, right?
Going toe to toe with Toto.
I appreciate that.
I don't even know what that means
because he's in Africa.
I don't even know what that means.
I like it. What are your top 10 NFL teams this year?
That I cheer for, or
the best? No. Who do you think is going to be number 1 through 10? And the reason I put this out there is because and I'm going to say this out front before you tell me your list. Every single ESPN, CBS Sportsline, everybody has the Ravens outside of the top 10. And I think they're fucking nuts. I have the Ravens as my number 5 team this year.
I don't know if I can give you top 10 here in July, but I'm going Chiefs, Rams.
You have Chiefs number 1?
No, I'm just shooting because I don't know.
Who's your number 1? Number 1 team.
Well, you got to go definitive champs, right? So Rams are number 1.
Okay.
Chiefs number 2 out of the NFC. Bills number 3.
All right.
Cowboys are shit. Redskins are shit. Packers have been hurt too much. Nobody else in there. Seattle sucks.
How about if I give you mine and you can play off of mine a little bit because we've got some of the same thing. So my number 1 is the Buffalo Bills, not just because of their offense, but because of what they've done with the defense in the offseason. So you got Bills, then you got Chargers, then you got Rams, then you got Bucks, Bengals, Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Broncos, Raiders. That's my top 10. Bills, Chargers, Rams, Bucks, Bengals, Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Broncos, Raiders. And I think the Raiders make it in at number 10 a lot because of Devontae Adams, but a lot because of the involvement of Josh Jacobs and David Carr.
I don't see the Raiders as top 10, but I appreciate your logic. I think your Ravens at top 5. I mean, I think Bengals are going to have a little bit of a regression because I think everything went together, and they're my oldest son Justin's favorite team.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
Yep.
And everything went together perfectly for them. They got all the way to the Super Bowl. I think there's going to be a little bit of regression, but I don't see any worse than a second place finish in that division because Pittsburgh minus Ben and Cleveland. So yeah, the Ravens win that division. Bills, Patriots, nobody else in that other division. Where'd you have the Chiefs?
I had the Chiefs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, so I think there's more teams out of the NFC that will cry. Why would they cry into that list?
They might cry.
Climb into that list. than you have because you have more AFC teams. But I don't think the Raiders are a top 10 team. I think the Devontae Adams thing was the money grab because the Derek Carr.
I think Derek Carr's legit.
He's legit, but he's not fucking Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers without the fucking people around him.
No, all right. Well, mark it down, folks. We're at July.
I mean, I did put him as number 8. I did put him ahead of the Raiders, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers without the fucking people around him.
No, and I agree, but I would say Adam's success.
He can't throw it to your Aunt Tilly and fucking score
I would
touchdowns.
say Adam's success is more dependent on Rodgers' success than Rodgers' success is dependent on Adam's success.
I will count.
But you did rate Green Bay higher than them, so I guess I'm just kind of proving your point.
Yeah. I mean, I think not just Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Jones and fucking Montgomery and everybody else that's on that team that does that shit. I mean, I think if I were to say I want David Carr, Derek Carr, what's the running back? Wide receivers, Devontae Adams,
Arian Foster,
and then
David Johnson.
The guy on fucking the Raiders,
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. I'll take a healthy Josh Jacobs, a healthy Derek Carr, and a healthy Devontae Adams versus a healthy Aaron Jones, a healthy Aaron Rodgers, and whoever the fuck else he's got. What's he got?
See, I disagree with that.
Scanley? Is that what he's got left?
I will take Rodgers, Jones, and whoever you give me versus what you said because I don't trust Carr.
I won't. That's just me.
He's got talent, and I'm not saying he's a total.
Maybe that's why you got your name on the Dick Peters fucking memorial trophy, and I don't.
Yeah,
it's
it's been nearly 30 years, though, fellas. So
I'm just saying, it could be.
I'm not going to hold my hand on that. So, all right, I say we rate Stoner IPA.
All right, I thought it was pretty good. I'm going to give it a solid 3.7.
Oh. All right, so you went.
I actually wish I had a little more of it. I wish it was a little more dank because of the Stoner IPA name that was on it. It didn't give. It was more of a West Coast IPA than a New England style. It wasn't hazy at all. It was more malty. But I will definitely take it. So I'll give it a 3.7.
All right. And I'm going to go straight up 4 because I did like the Imperial Midnight Snack, the Scotty Break better.
Oh,
but
sure.
I liked it better than the Guard Dogs. So I went straight up 4. And hey, for the second time in 3 ratings, 1,000 Untapped Raiders, 3.83. So again, damn near right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
So, but
I think we got it.
As the YouTube viewers are not accustomed to this closeout.
That's true.
But the Spotify people are. As I look down at the bottom of my glass, I can see I'm out of beer.
We're both out of beer. It's ridiculous.
And as the late, great Stuart Scott would say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here.
Peace, everybody.
See you.